Morning, ladies. Appreciate the time. Congratulations, Jane.
Thank you.
So it's really special, that this whole community in Utah, but especially the BYU community. I mean, to be able to have not only a woman, but an ambassador for running, an ambassador for the state of Utah, like Courtney, to be able to share in an experience like this. How significant is that? How exciting does that make it for you?
Yeah, BYU is amazing, and I'm so excited to be stepping into their program next year. And Courtney is such a trailblazer for the program and such a remarkable individual. So honored that she was able to present me this award today.
Courtney, I mean, you at the Davis program and obviously at the BYU program have always understood the aspect of it being part of a sisterhood, part of a family, running for something much more significant than just a time on a clock or a place in the race. I'm so fascinated about your experiences back during the 2015 season, being honored by Gatorade in 2016, and just how you feel like that has kind of carried you, because once you're part of the BYU family, you're always part of the BYU family. Once you're part of the Gatorade family, you're always part of the Gatorade family. So just how instrumental was that for you at that time in your career, and now to be able to kind of see that connection come full circle today?
Yeah, I think, way back then, I didn't realize what all of those things meant. And I was kind of just starting to dip my toes into running. And so now that I've had, you know, another decade of running and knowing more so what those things mean, Jane has done incredible things. And winning lots of different things like a state title, but also the team title and, NXN and all these really big things. And now she's won the Gatorade National Player of the Year. Those are really hard things to do. And, you know, going back to my thing, Gatorade, I won the state athlete, which was awesome and incredible. And I felt very blessed to do that. But to be the national, um, Gatorade national player, that takes a lot of accomplishments and hard work, and Jane encompasses all of that. And she is the person that we should be celebrating that we are, and it's really
Most definitely. Jane, in addition, obviously, to the recognition and the history that you've already achieved, I find it really special that you are not only the first national champion from the state of Utah on the girls' side, but obviously now the first Gatorade winner, and then by the extension of that, that you and Aidan Troutner are now the first athletes from the same school ever to win this award in Gatorade history. Like Courtney just said, when you think about it at a national level and you think about every single school in the history of the United States, and Timpview High School, courtesy of Jane Hedengren and Aidan Troutner, is the one school that has achieved that. I can see the smile. What's running through your mind when I tell you that?
That's amazing. I didn't realize that. Aiden's amazing. So I'm really honored to be a part of that. And yeah, we love Timpview High School. It's amazing.
Well, and obviously so much of the connective tissue of that and the Thunderbirds program and just the community and the legacy is Coach Jamie. You shared so eloquently and articulately after the state meet and the regional meet and the national championship meet, like just how much this means, to share not just this year but the entire journey with her, and the fact that she's mentored multiple national champions, but now multiple Gatorade, national players of the year. That's not just running. That's academics, that's community and whatnot. Like just how awesome is this as you being able to be a representative for her and the program that she's tried to cultivate.
hmm Jamie is amazing. We are really lucky to have her at Timpview High School. She is such a patient coach, um, and she's so plan and I really admire how much she cares about the sport and how much time she's willing to put in for us. She's very wise and she really knows her craft and is trying to better herself always, which I really appreciate. And additionally, she's a patient coach and she sees the long run in her athletes, which I also really appreciate because that's special. Not every high school coach is like that. And so with seeing the long run and trying not to overwork ourselves here in high school, because I do want to have a long career. And so she has been such a big blessing in my life, such a big mentor, and I really look up to her.
And with that being said, as incredible and exceptional and remarkable as the individual achievements have been, much like Courtney's experience at Davis and at BYU, like the last 2 years was really special and really significant for you, I know, team-wise. Like you and I have had multiple conversations about what it required of you just to even be on the starting line at the state meet, in your junior season, just to be part of that first team title since 1996, backing it up with a historical margin of victory this year. How empowering and uplifting has it been for you to share the journey, not only with Jamie, but with these amazing women too?
Yeah, and I think a big part that we were able to pull off the team victory, especially in cross country, has been our addition Lily Alder. She joined our team. She's so amazing, such a great runner, but just such a great person. So we really loved having her on the team. And then it's a team effort as well, right? So the girls have really bought in and worked hard, and so I'm just so proud of them. And it's really rewarding to get to do it with such a great group of women.
Courtney, as you said, like the achievements are staggering. And as a woman who has accomplished so much in your career, high school, college, and professionally, like what it means to run a really high quality time at SugarHouse. You had the record on what that course was for a considerable amount of time, and yet you see Jane, even though it was a slightly modified course, it didn't finish on the track this year, but running 16:21, right? To go to Arizona and to run the national high school record for 5K, 15:50, to run 16:32 at Glendoveer, which obviously you know very well. Like you're smiling, but I mean, because like how much respect there is on those type of performances. Like it's just like, how do you wrap your head around, I mean, not only her entire career, but especially those three races at the end?
Yeah, those all three courses, they're different, especially NXN and SugarHouse are really hard courses. Um, but I think that speaks to a lot of her tenacity. Um, when you're placed under hard conditions like NXN always brings, you never know what October looks like in Utah. Um, it speaks a lot to tenacity and believing in herself and putting herself into the best position so she can do her best. It takes a lot, and she's doing things that in high school are really hard to do, and she does it with such grace and eloquence, and um, it makes me very excited for what she's doing and what she will do. I think there's so much excitement around what she is doing and what it's taken for her to do those things, but I think it'll just build and be really exciting for what her journey looks like to come in the duration of her college career and pro career if that's something she wants.
Most definitely. Jane, last thing, you're sitting next to a woman that, from an academic standpoint, from a community standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, I mean, like, both of you are just such remarkable ambassadors for your schools, obviously Courtney for a university, for a professional group, for the entire state of Utah. And the fact that Gatorade doesn't just celebrate those three, mind-boggling times that I just rattled off and the titles and the records that come with it, but they celebrate your academic achievement. They celebrate your impact in the community. They celebrate you being a leader. How much more does that kind of enhance and amplify this experience, that they're not just looking at Jane Hedengren, a very fast student athlete, but they're looking at you as a versatile woman and a leader in the community.
Yeah, and I think that's so important that they look at you as a whole as a person, because there's so many more important aspects to Jane as a person than just my running. So yeah, but going back to like Courtney, she's such a good role model, and then these great role models have really kind of sprouted me into the person I am today, with wanting to achieve great things academically or wanting to serve in my community. It's people like Courtney that really set the standard, and I'm just so grateful for some great role models here in Utah.
And an incredible family as well. I want to make sure that I highlight them because obviously they've been on the journey every step of the way. Look forward to both of your continued success in 2025 on the track. But Jane, thank you for the blessing of letting us be part of such a magical journey, not only this past fall, but the entire career. Well done.
Thank you.